Hi everyone, so this is my second video blog for Informatics 685, and I'll be discussing a couple of topics and the definitions of each one of them, so it'll be four. So the first one is the Agile methodology. And Agile methods are a type of developmental process that involve a series of changes and revisions to prototypes based on the feedback from the users of a particular system. This method is referred to as a spiral model. This model doesn't have a set of objectives at the start, but develops as the process goes on, and how the process goes will determine what the end result will be. This method relies heavily on the interaction between the system's developers and the users because it is important for the system users to feel comfortable and feel like their needs are being addressed when developing a system. The advantage of the Agile method is the amount of flexibility the method allows for. There are changes made at every step of the development, so users are always able to give their feedback and make improvements to the system. A disadvantage would be that it could be risky because there are no clear objectives until the finished product. So this could take a large amount of time and resources if not properly handled. So another topic would be SCRUM. And SCRUM is a developmental method that is similar to Agile methods. The term scrum comes from a rugby term where the members lunge at each other during the game. The developmental process involves the same amount of mental aggression. Role playing is involved with each of the team members. The product owner, facilitator, and the developmental team will play the role of those who are fully committed, and the users, stakeholders, and managers will play the role of those contributing to the process. Each session in the process has specific plans and guidelines that help lead to a finished product that is deliverable. There are a series of sprints during the process that are timed for a certain amount of weeks. This is where the team comes together to decide the developmental process of the system and it tests its functionality. Then this will determine what will happen during the next sprint. So however far they get in the first sprint will determine the process for the next sprint and thereafter. And then the next process is Extreme Program or XP. So Extreme Program is another derivative of Agile developmental methods. It is a form of development where the users are developed and developers are fully immersed into the developmental process and are completely dedicated. The values of this method is focusing on having a simple approach that involves communication, feedback, courage, and respect. XP uses two concepts, pair programming and test driven development or TDD. Pair programming involves two programs working on a task at the same time on the same computer, one programming while the other watches, and the one watching focuses entirely on the strategy of the programmer, while the programmer focuses on the individual aspects and details of the code that or the system that they are programming. And then the two of them discuss the method or the strategy the entire time of the system development. TDD or test driven development is the concept of the unit tests being designed before the actual code is written, and this helps to focus on the end goal no matter how intense the process can be. So it gives like a end goal. So no matter what goes on from start to finish, there's always that end goal. And it keeps all the programmers on track with all of their goals for the end result. And then the last method would be KANBAN. And KANBAN is a type of developmental process that is designed to help teams better work together, but focuses on not overwhelming the team members during the process. It involves continuously releasing software instead of making it into one big process as seen with other methods. So instead of having a start and finish and one big process at the one big system at the end, during the whole process, systems are and software is continuously released. Kanban focuses on three principles. It focuses on workflow and visualizing what is done, limiting the amount of work in progress or multiple progresses being started at once, and enhancing the flow of software developed. The benefits of Kanban is that whenever new features are needed for the software or there are new priorities for development, this method can create the software in a faster time to meet the ever-changing demands. It also allows for unnecessary resources and activities within the process to be eliminated. It is often compared to SCRUM because of the faster software development times, but they differ in the overall process to get to the end result.